Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're going to be going into the Asteroid Belt actually. So we haven't really done much to do with the Asteroid Belt before, but we're going to be going to Ceres, and I actually saw a comment saying, and it actually got some likes on it as well, saying remove Ceres and add Planet 9 in, and then also go over to Vesta over here. So yeah, here's Vesta, and replace that with Neptune. So since yeah, I really like Neptune, so that's why they put it in the comments. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. So Ceres and Vesta, so that'd be pretty cool. But before we get into this, just as always, many thanks to every person who subscribed, left a like, left a comment, who watches the videos as well. Much appreciated. Cannot thank you enough. You're awesome. Alright, anyways, let's get into this. So I'm going to take, actually, do I need to take a little pause? No, I don't actually. We can pretty much do it anyway. So let's get Neptune here, and we're going to place it right on top of Vesta like that. So we're going to put it in orbit, so we can put it there. Then we are going to delete poor old Vesta, and we're going to make Neptune orbit around the Sun from Vesta's position. So now we have a new Neptune in the system, and then we're going to go to Ceres over here. And we're doing this in my custom solar system if you haven't noticed as well. So, alright, Planet 9, let's get it in here. Right there. Oh, I love this custom texture. It's literally the best ever custom textured planet I've ever made. And as you may have saw that it's a few hundred kilometers off, but it's still reasonably accurate in like astronomical terms, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right, and let's put it there. So now if we zoom out here, yeah, see there's a lot of custom objects I've added in here. I'll do a whole tour on this system because I know you guys wanted me to do that. So now if we slow down time, hit play. Now if we speed this up, we're going to start seeing the havoc happen. So we'll start off slowly to get these things going as well. And that Planet 9 blue trail just looks so awesome. I love it. Alright. Yeah, if you don't know how I did that, I did make a video on it. But just putting it in short, you turn it into a star, stay for simulation, and then turn it back into a planet. And then it have the blue trail behind it. It's awesome. Alright, next. Let's have a look. Alright, let's speed this up. So actually we'll also add the Asteroid Belt in to see if it makes any difference. So let's quickly delete that. Let's get the Asteroid Belt and add it in. So if you cannot see it, we'll put it on flashlight mode so you can. Now you should be able to see that. And actually, let's go old school as well, actually. Let's quickly... Oh, no, we can't, actually. I was going to put it on the old background, but if I did that, it would have reset the simulation when I open it. So, yeah, sadly we can't, but yeah, I'll do a video with the old background soon. Alright, anyways. Let's see if any havoc happens here. So these two gas giants here, or ice giants I should say, they're probably going to cause some havoc for the inner planets and possibly some of these asteroid belt objects as well, since they are directly inside the asteroid belt. And actually, to make things even more crazy, we'll add some random asteroids into the asteroid belt, since they would probably be there. So let's do it. Let's just add tons and tons of random asteroids in here. This is going to get pretty crazy, but why not? Because they're all going to be in the asteroid belt anyway. Look at that, it looks awesome. Alright, so let's continue, add more in. Now here we are. So we can get a real effect and see if any of these orbits do change after time. So this is pretty much the fastest we can pretty much run it at right now. So, oh, it looks like Pallas. Which one is it? That I think this one has slightly different orbit now. Yeah, this one here. That's actually one of the same objects I already had in here, but I think that orbit's a little higher than it should be, because when I added this to simulation, I added all of its statistics correctly, like its orbit statistics. So yeah, that looks like it may have changed a bit. Alright, so let's keep an eye out here. See, look, we can see that. You can see this object here, that's orbit also looks like it's changed a bit. So these planets are affecting. And if you also look at Mars's orbit, I want to say Mars's orbit's also changed. If we go on to actually the orbit mode here, we can actually see if they are actually changing or not. So Mercury's orbit's still wobbling around a lot. Okay, Mars. Anything happening with Mars? Okay, let's keep an eye. Yeah, they are definitely changing, I want to say. Earth. How's Earth doing? 15 degrees. Okay, it's pretty much the same. Okay, let's actually slow this down just so we can see it a little better, maybe. Okay, anything happening? Yeah, look, so Mercury's is definitely wobbling, but I don't know if that's due to the ice giants in the asteroid belt here. Look at that ring, though. That's a massive ring. You can just see all of those objects just flying around. It's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, Mercury's orbit is really wonky right now. Okay, so speed this up more and see if anything else happens. So we'll do a few years around the sun here. Alright, let's have a look. Let's actually add some more objects in as well. I may have to remove the asteroid belt parts, but oh well. So let's pause it quickly and remove the asteroids, and now let's just add tons more. See, now it's working a lot faster. So let's actually add tons more into the orbits just to get even more havoc happening. So we'll put a lot around planet 9 there. Also put some around Neptune just to get extra, I don't know, extra damage hopefully in this area. Let's put some a little closer than Neptune as well, because I actually found out there's actually objects scattered around this area. I'll probably do a video on it and how safe actually Earth is. That'd be interesting. So maybe I'll record it later. Actually, I don't know. Right. Anyways, let's that should be enough. We may have overkilled it a bit with the amount of asteroids, but in realistic mode, there'd be even more than this. So pretty crazy stuff there. But any of these orbits actually changing? That's what I want to know. It doesn't seem like they are. So maybe we'll have to come to the conclusion that nothing happens. Oh wait, this one's definitely different. I don't know why this one's down here. Wait, its orbit's not even showing up. That's pretty weird, but we can definitely see it down there. Yeah, how did it get all the way down there? That's like almost as far as oh, that is further than Jupiter actually. Wow. Okay, interesting. Alright, so let's keep an eye. Let's actually turn off the trails, maybe that helps. Oh, that does help a bit actually. So we just turn that off. Well, you can actually see them all. You can barely see them, but if we put the background on, let's say, put it on a white background maybe. You can, yeah, you can. If you just look carefully, you can just about see them. Maybe if we look on grey, and no, you can't see them there. Although if we actually look on just solid black, you can see the little dots there. So they are visible. That's how many of these guys there actually is. So pretty crazy stuff actually. And now we'll keep it on the Milky Way. All right, so let's continue going and let's see what happens. So I want to say the orbits have slightly changed. Yeah, I'd say Venus has as well. I think that's changed. I think it's a little closer to Earth's orbit than it originally was. So yeah, so very, very small changes here to the inner solar system. And the outer solar system's fine. There's nothing happening out here. Just planet 9 in Sedna's orbit shaking as usual. So yeah, nothing really happening out there. So it's all just happening in the inner areas. Yeah, but yeah, if we look again, Venus's orbit, look how close it is to Earth. So yeah, that definitely did not used to be like that. So yeah, at least something has happened here. Let's actually put the labels on just so we can see them. Look at all these objects. It's crazy. And maybe some of them don't even have trails because we've just ran out of trails in the simulation. Is there a limit to how many objects you can have with trails? I don't even know. Or orbits, maybe? Oh, no, trails is fine. It's just orbits. Just look at that ring. That is crazy. Alright, so yeah, that's definitely looking peculiar. But looks like nothing is actually happening. Yeah, because we had a few moderate changes, but nothing actually extreme has really happened. Like we can go to where's Earth here? See, Earth 21 degrees. Like it's doing fine. Like 15, 9, 15. Like it's doing absolutely fine. Nothing is happening to Earth that would be any threat to us right now. Yeah, Earth's all good. Spinning very quickly there, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with it was a little laggy. I wouldn't be surprised since there's a lot of objects in here. Like we can get a whole list of all these things. We'll just scroll down forever. Look at all these, crazy. All right, so yeah, looking very crazy with all this. So how's Mars doing? Still minus 50. Yeah, Venus is also cooling down. I want to say actually, since it has got a little further away from the sun. Mercury 180, pretty much doing as it normally does. And Jupiter's pretty much unaltered, so looking good. And where's even Planet 9? I can't even spot Planet 9 and Neptune in there anymore. Okay, there's Planet 9. Planet 9 hasn't had any impacts with anything. It's still got 10 masses of Earth, so nothing's happened to it. No impact marks either. Where's the Neptune? Okay, there's Neptune. Any changes to Neptune maybe? A few impact marks maybe? And nothing either, so absolutely nothing has happened to these objects there, so not good. But yeah, Venus's orbit has definitely been stretched out a bit by those objects there. So if we pause this and then we quickly go into chart mode, we can actually delete all of those objects. So we've got 2 Neptunes, 2 Planet 9s now. Whoops-a-daisy. So if we just select all of these, then we just delete them, so that'll get rid of a chunk of them. So now if we go back out here, we will be able to play the simulation a little easier and actually see if the planet's orbits get affected anyway. So yeah, now we can speed up a lot faster. And yet Venus's orbit confirmed is changing, as you can clearly see right there. So the Planet 9 and the Neptune are definitely causing that, because in the normal simulation that does not happen. So yeah, confirmed. The inner planets would slightly be affected. Maybe Earth's playing little parts of this as well. Look at that, that's pretty crazy. Mercury's orbit slowly changed, but I heard I think it does that in real life as well. It slightly changes like that. So its orbit size is not really changing, it's just changing where it goes pretty much. It's weird. Alright, so anything else happening? Okay, so everything's doing good out there. These objects all good. Look how far away Sedna's getting. Sedna's usually, I usually have it spawning around in this area here, but now it's all the way out there. You can see my mouse. Planet 9, yeah, pretty much in the same spot as usual as well. But these ones in here, now that is not good. If you can see here, Venus's orbit is now crossing Earth. So now if we can line these two planets up, we could possibly have a collision on our hands. And Earth's cooling down a bit. Why is it -6 degrees, 18? So it's not going into the 20s and 30s anymore. So that is not good for Earthlings. That's not good for us Earthlings. So let's try and get these guys to connect together. See if Venus and Earth will hit each other at some point. So it's really pretty cool. So how close are they? So the orbits aren't actually crossing each other. It's just they're getting very close to each other, which is not good. So we'll try and work out the closest point where they're close to each other. So pretty much where Earth is right now. So if we go to Earth, can we actually see Venus from Earth? Let's have a look. Okay, any sign of Venus nearby? Let's see if we can. Okay, so Venus is down there. So still, it's just there. We can barely see it. Right. Okay, interesting. Wait, put it on realistic. It's down there somewhere. Yeah. So even at this very close proximity to Earth, we still cannot see Venus very well. So pretty interesting stuff. So it looks like for now they are safe from colliding, which is kind of a good thing. But if the orbit's changing, we may get a little closer to it. So let's lock back onto the sun like that, and now speed it up again. Let's see if Venus's orbit changes again. See, we want to get it on a part where it literally is touching Earth's. So, ooh, what about this area here? Oh, it may actually, they may be able to touch each other here. So if we, that is very close now. Just a little further forward, maybe about there, maybe. Yeah, look at that. That is really close. So now if we get Earth, we put it in the right position as well. So like here, maybe just slightly there. And we should be able to see Venus from this distance. So let's slowly move it slightly again. Oh, whoa, where'd it go? Okay, we need to make sure it all lines up correctly. Okay, so if we decrease this value to 299, 298. Oh, now that's a very close point. So this looks like it is the closest it can get. But if we disable this, Venus is right there. So that is what these two planets are called. So having two gas giants in the asteroid belt area has managed to cause this. So Venus is now pretty much the size of our moon from Earth. That is pretty crazy. So let's land in the United States here, since it's in the nighttime area. Now if we land on the surface here, if we look up, we can see Venus right there. And now if we look at from Venus's perspective as well, so let's go right here below the surface and land on the surface of this very hot planet here. Still pretty hot, as you can see, 490 degrees. So if we look up in the sky, we should see Earth. So whereabouts is it? Labels, maybe? Okay, there it is. So it's in the darkness right now, but we can see it. So if we slow this down and have it in like real time, we may be able to see it a little better. So let's put it to a few hours actually, or minutes. So Earth is right there. So if we put it on flashlight, we can just see it, or studio mode, we can actually see the Earth. That's pretty cool actually. So if we speed this up, we can say goodbye to Earth as they depart from each other, as Venus or Earth is travelling faster around the sun since it is closer in its current position. So there's good old Earth just disappearing into darkness, pretty much into space, and it's gone. Completely just too small now. So yeah, poor Venus all alone again. But it did have that very close point to Earth at that area there, so pretty crazy stuff. So if we look onto the sun again, Mars is doing okay, Mercury's doing okay, so it's just Venus that's been affected by these two objects here, which is pretty peculiar. As you can see, its orbit is continually going around. But I think that will conclude this video, guys, because it seems that nothing's really happening. See, these objects are slightly wobbling, but that's pretty much normal with Jupiter and Uranus and Saturn and all that, so all good. And also Neptune, of course, because Neptune's the best one. But yeah, there we go. So I think to end this off, we're going to put the two objects in their close point again. So whereabouts is that? That's really weird seeing this. Okay, so we need to wait for Venus's orbit to lock round with Earth's again in this close area here. So right there So let's now move Earth into the meeting position like that, and then let's get Venus as well. So let's find it right there. Let's put it there. So now they should be pretty close in proximity again, I want to say. So, oh, it seems to be getting very hot. 524. So, wait, so where is Earth? Earth? Oh, there it is. What I was saying, it's right there. So, a little further than they were previously, but we're going to have a use our powers of, use our overpowered power, and we're going to move the orbit, or move the two objects together. So, we're going to put them in really close proximity now, as we can see right here. So let's quickly do this, because maybe in real life, if they do get close, maybe they'll just attract each other together and just crash into each other anyway. I have no idea, and hopefully we'll never find out. Otherwise, we will be very dead. So there we go. Venus and Earth in the same orbit almost, due to the two gas giants there. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't hate me for doing this, because I am destroying Earth. But oh well. So let's reset their orbits. And now, whoops, I wasn't meant to hit. Oh, I forgot the time was so far ahead. Dang it. And now Venus is all the way over here. It messed up everything doing that. Okay, let's just reset them close to each other again. So, let's do it right here. Oh, come on, pull it down. There we go. It's really weird how the stuff in here works. Alright, so, let's do it again. And we won't change the orbits this time, but we're slowing down time, and I'm going to make sure by doing it right now. We're going to put it to a few hours a second, so like that. So yeah, 23 minutes, that works. Alright, so now we can put them really close. So there we go, a little closer. And then we'll add the moon in as well, just so we can see from the moon the collision maybe. I don't know, that'd be interesting. Alright, let's put it a little closer like that. Actually just a little higher, and now they should pretty much be connecting. Yep, there we go. So now if we just slow this down, Earth is freezing right now. Wow, okay. And Venus is very hot. So now we're going to slow this down, hit play, and these, Earth looks like it's heating up because it's getting too close to Venus as well. So now they should connect. So it's actually just zero velocity on that, zero velocity on this. Now they'll pull each other together, hopefully. So they should be on a collision course. Whoa, look at that. That is insane. All of those trails. That is ridiculous. Jeez. Alright, so yeah, Venus looks like it's warming up, so let's hit play again. And we did 1,300 years. So all this happened in what's a millennium. I can never pronounce that well, but you know what I mean. So eventually this could happen. We don't know, but they were very close at one point without us altering it. So there we go. That could actually happen. And now Earth's spinning really fast due to that collision, as you can see. So poor Earth is no longer anything, and us humans are very dead now. Maybe the people living in this part of the world would survive, but I don't think for very long with all of these impacts and all these fragments. Yeah, I think the world's kind of, yeah, I think everyone's kind of screwed now, but yeah, there we are. So yeah, 1,000 degrees, yeah, we're not doing well. So if we just speed this up again, just make it lock onto the sun again, and now we are, yeah, we're dead. That whole surface was heated up for a second, so now the battered Earth is not looking good at all. So now if we just look at the orbits now, yeah, Earth's on a crash course with the sun, it looks like. Even though I did press orbit, yeah, if you just look at the Earth now, look how battered it is. Jeez, all that collision. So Venus, I don't even know where Venus hit it. Must have been near Africa maybe, or maybe the Pacific Ocean in this part maybe. Looks like where the biggest holes are. There's a bunch of fragments flying around it, but now it looks like it just smashed into the sun. Yep, the Earth is dead, I think. Yep, all gone. So there we go, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video and that little twist I put on it with Venus and Earth colliding there. But yeah, it was pretty cool stuff. So yeah, so if Planet 9 were in the Planet 9 and Neptune were in the asteroid belt, to conclude, they would definitely mess up the inner planets. Well, Venus anyway, because Earth was doing fine, and Mercury was slightly getting affected. And then if you see, some of the asteroids' orbits have changed as well. So yeah, there you go. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Make sure if you did, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, help us on the journey to 800 subscribers, because that would be awesome. And yeah, make sure you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. That. And actually, let's go old school as well, actually. Let's quickly... Oh, no, we can't, actually. I was going to put it on the old background, but if I did that, it would have reset the simulation when I open it. So, yeah, sadly we can't, but yeah, I'll do a video with the old background soon. Alright, anyways. Let's see if any havoc happens here. So these two gas giants here, or ice giants I should say, they're probably going to cause some havoc for the inner planets and possibly some of these asteroid belt objects as well, since they are directly inside the asteroid belt. And actually, to make things even more crazy, we'll add some random asteroids into the asteroid belt, since they would probably be there. So let's do it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video. And today we're going to be going into the asteroid belt actually. So we haven't really done much to do with the asteroid belt before, but we're going to be going to Ceres. And I actually saw a comment saying, and it actually got some likes on it as well, saying remove Ceres and add Planet 9 in, and then also go over to Vesta over here. So yeah, here's Vesta, and replace that with Neptune. So since yeah, I really like Neptune, so that's why they put it in the comments. Speed this up, we're going to start seeing the havoc happen. So we'll start off slowly to get these things going as well. And that Planet 9 blue trail just looks so awesome. I love it. Alright. Yeah, if you don't know how I did that, I did make a video on it, but just putting it in short, you turn it into a star, stay for simulation, and then turn it back into a planet, and then it have the blue trail behind it. It's awesome. Alright, next, let's have a look. Alright, let's speed this up. So actually we'll also add the asteroid belt in to see if it makes any difference. So let's quickly delete that. Let's get the asteroid belt and add it in. So if you cannot see it, we'll put it on flashlight mode so you can. Now you should be able to see now we have a new Neptune in the system. And then we're going to go to Ceres over here. And we're doing this in my custom solar system if you haven't noticed as well. So, alright, Planet 9, let's get it in here. Right there. Oh, I love this custom texture. It's literally the best ever custom textured planet I've ever made. And as you may have saw that it's a few hundred kilometers off, but it's still reasonably accurate in like astronomical terms, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right, and let's put it there. So now, if we zoom out here, yeah, see there's a lot of custom objects I've added in here. I'll do a whole tour on this system, because I know you guys wanted me to do that. So now if we slow down time, hit play. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. So Ceres and Vesta. So that'd be pretty cool. But before we get into this, just as always, many thanks to every person who subscribed, left a like, left a comment, who watches the videos as well. Much appreciated. Cannot thank you enough. You're awesome. Alright, anyways, let's get into this. So I'm going to take... Actually, do I need to take a little pause? No, I don't actually. We can pretty much do it anyway. So let's get Neptune here. And we're going to place it right on top of Vesta like that. So we're going to put it in orbit. So we can put it there. Then we are going to delete poor old Vesta, and we're going to make Neptune orbit around the sun from Vesta's position.